Welcome to Total Fitheads.
Serious fitness for not so serious people.
Yellow, my co-host.
Hola!
How you doing?
Really great. How are you doing? You look a little
Tired.
intense.
That's intense. Is that what you're going to say? Okay.
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
You're only saying that because we already started chatting before I hit record, and you know the state I'm in, but I don't think you would be able to tell otherwise.
Yeah, I don't know. You seem low energy. You seem a little flush in the nose area. You sweat, right? You know how to sweat? Brittany doesn't know how to sweat. There are people in this world that don't know how to sweat, and it is bonkers weird. It's the weirdest thing in the world.
So can they learn? Is that a learned thing?
I think they had the opportunity to learn in the womb, and they just were skipping class that day, and they were like, "Nah, I'm good. I'll pick it up," and they don't, and they can't.
Is that good or bad? Pro or con?
It's really terrible. Not being able to sweat, it's insane. That's horrible.
What? I mean, Brittany's just going to be glowing all of the time and never sweaty and gross. Yeah, even if she's on stage at Ultra.
But her body can't process heat. That's a tough spot to be in if you're trying to be athletic or if you want to live in Southern California.
So wait, I just assume because I'm sexist that she's a cold person and makes you move away from the drafty seat at a restaurant because it's chilly here.
She's cold all the time. We have that 8 sleep bed. My bed is on -5-ish, which is -10 is cold, +10 is hot, right? So I keep it on -5, whatever. Hers is on +5, and the dog sleeps with her, and the dog sleeps with her. And he's like a furnace. Like I can't have him near me when I'm sleeping because it's too unbelievable.
Wait, to fall asleep or while she's actual asleep, she's at 0.5.
Both.
Has she tried sleeping cold? Because I feel like she's not actually sleeping. That's crazy.
I don't know what she's done. Yeah, she gets flush. She can't sweat. Anytime it's hot, she gets like heat. She gets like pinkish skin tone or whatever. It's really uncomfortable. She gets all itchy because she can't sweat. It's bonkers. It's bonkers.
So you weren't joking. I thought you were just saying that, oh, my girlfriend's so perfect. Everything's effortless and she's never sweating. But you're like, nope, there's something physiologically wrong.
It's not perfect to not sweat. It's a horrible, that would be, a personal hell of mine. A horrible trap to not be able to sweat at all. I mean, it's not great.
Especially when you're trying to get rid of the liquor from the evening before. Learned that from you. You don't even need to work out. You just sweat.
I know. I'm already sweating, so that's my default. I'm sweating at the bar.
Constant oil change. Well, I think my nose is a usual color of pink, so whatever.
Maybe it's the camera.
That's it.
It's a filter.
But Fitheads, he's saying this because I'm on hour 44 of a fast.
You know what I should have, I'm sorry, I just thought of this. You're on hour 44 of a fast, right? That's really good alliteration, by the way. Why don't you take yourself a little math test for me? There's a video. How dumb are you if you haven't eaten in 40 plus hours? I bet you're pretty dumb comparatively.
Okay. Ketones can break the blood-brain barrier, and your brain is happily fueled by ketones, and my body is happily making ketones right now.
Much smarter.
I don't know if you've talked to ketone people before, but now is the time that I am dialed in.
Dialed in. That's great.
But I also had trouble calculating how many hours are in 2 days minus 4 hours.
Calculating or counting?
Look, my hand abacus is very helpful in these moments for all our audio fit heads. I may have counted on my fingers. I would do that if I was fueled by carbs, so shut up.
That's great. All I know is I wouldn't trust my accountant if he hadn't eaten in 45 hours.
Yeah. I think, that honestly, that's a really good video. I should do that.
You can do it right now, and then when you
Some
eat,
aptitude test.
if you ever eat again, you can just do the same test over again. Although, or a equivalent test or whatever. Just do the LSATs. I may just. That's easy.
Hasn't the standards have changed now? Like the SATs are double the scores that we got.
Yeah, my cousin. Yeah, she was like, "Yeah, I got like a 2300 on my SATs." I'm like, "Whoa, how dumb was I?"
Did you combine two? I didn't know we could do that.
Did you? Yeah, how many times did you take it? That's ridiculous. Ours were 1600, right? 800 right. And 800. And so then I think what it was math, and I think they called it verbal, right? Or something. And now I think there's a third part that's a writing component, although I'm not sure if that's
social media.
I'm not sure. Yeah, it should be social media. Also now with Chat GPT, who knows who's taking what test. But yeah.
Did they do remote SATs during the pandemic?
I think they must have had to.
I wonder if scores shot up due to
comfort,
dishonesty, perhaps. For what? Comfort. Yeah. If you take the SATs in your pajamas, you do way better.
I mean, I was pretty stressed out. I had to drive to like some random weird college in Massachusetts somewhere because you had to schedule them like 3 months out because they all get booked up real quick, or you don't get the right.
Did you do it more than once?
I took them twice. I think I got this. I got the same, almost the same exact. It was different by like 10 points, and I was like, I'm done. We got it.
This is your level. That's where you are.
Yeah.
Proven.
What did I get? 1360, I think. Yeah, it was 1360 and then
really?
1350.
We're twins.
Really?
Yeah.
Both?
No, equal.
Look at us.
Was that? Wait, were you also equal on both language and math?
Oh, I don't remember. I know that vocab words was my Achilles heel for sure. That yeah, and that situation was only exacerbated when I had to study a bunch of more words.
For what?
There's a vocab section in the SAT, wasn't
there? Yeah, okay.
But that was the section where I always get like slaughtered, or both times I would be like, this is impossible. I don't know how anyone's doing this.
I wonder what would happen if we took it now.
Oh man. A lot of fantasy football leagues have that as their last place penalty. You have to take the SATs. And you have to post your scores bizarre. And you have to like take it like with a bunch of high school kids, and you're like a drunk, fat, older, late 30s kind of guy. You know what I mean?
Adam Sandler situation.
Exactly.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's the bad one. And then the other bad one that's been going around for years, but I think it got more popular recently with TikTok, was you have to stay in a 24-hour IHOP or Waffle House or something like that. You have to stay there for 24 hours. Every pancake that you eat reduces your time by 1 hour.
Oh, how is that a punishment? You just eat 24 pancakes.
Well, I don't know when the last time you tried to eat 24 IHOP pancakes was, but it gets a little tough apparently after 3.
3. So you're there for 20 and a half hours.
Good math, Allie.
Thank you. Well, I will never have this challenge. I'm post food now, so
you what?
Living.
You're post food.
Yeah, I'm living in a post food generation. Join me.
It's too bad.
No longer be a slave to consuming.
What they should do, actually, that's really interesting. That what they should do is they should have like you should go head to head. You know what I mean? Like whoever finishes 20, you know what I mean? Like how would you set the game up? You both go into the diner at the same time, and you can order pancakes whenever you want. And then Oh, that's what it is. Every pancake I eat, I lose an hour and you gain an hour. That's how you set that game up. Oh my God, what a game that would be. Because then I'll eat one and then you have to eat one to keep it even, right?
So my pancake eating also.
Yeah, we go in, we sit at the same booth, obviously, face to face.
Okay. Yes.
And then every time I eat a pancake, I get -1 hour and you get +1 hour. And then the same thing for you.
Same thing for me. Okay.
So if I eat a pancake and you don't.
So we stay even.
Or if we both eat a pancake, we're even. But then I guess we're stuck there for 24 hours. Well, you should probably only you'd have to do like a 12-hour one or 16-hour instead of 24 because then it's just too long. A lot of games though. We got a lot of opportunity for games.
Yeah. What's the penalty for throwing up?
8 hours.
That's just a loss. You got to do one lap like a beer mile.
Extra God. Lap. Can you imagine a pancake beer mile? That would be.
I did a taco one. I ever tell you about that?
No. Ew.
Taco Bell.
Taco's not that bad. A pancake is like.
I'm sorry. You've never done one, so you can't speak to the Taco Bell beer mile, but it was unpleasant.
I've eaten a taco before, and I've eaten a pancake before. I think I have something of an idea. I've also walked after both of those times, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think so.
Keep that glucose low. We're doing beer Murph.
How was the taco mile?
I lost.
To who?
I was going against 3 bros like you.
Did they have to do more food?
No, we did an equal amount. They seemed built for it. One of them did, at least. The other one was not doing so hot. And then a medium one. There were triplets. It's perfect.
The 3 bears. What is this?
3 taco bears. Beer Murph.
Beer Murph. Maybe Bud Light.
Yeah, what's the one I sent you? Bud Extra or something, or what's it called? Bud Water. It's 80 calories. I think you get more sober drinking it.
It's like celery.
That's how low in alcohol it is.
It's like the beer celery.
I want to give a shout out. Can you search your comments? No. Does YouTube let you search your comments?
Yeah, you have to go in a creator studio, but it's a pain in the ass.
Got it.
Did we find it?
No. Somebody told us to do a beer Murph in a comment, and I wanted to shout him out.
But why would we do that? It's so bad.
Well, I didn't. Okay, here we go. I found it because it was filtering out the ones I'd already responded to, and it was like, "You don't need to see this. You've already answered it." I'm like, "Yes, I do."
You don't need to be reminded of this.
Yeah. Damian Porter said, "Beer mile: 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, another beer mile." I don't know if Damian Porter invented this, but he put that challenge on Fitness Outrageous. I'm Googling beer Murph.
Why do people actually do that? No, there's no.
Oh my God, it's showing me Murphy's Irish Stout. Do we need to do it with that beer?
God. Well, it's Irish. Well, shouldn't we do it in American beer?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think drunkwad.com. Okay. Drunkwad.com is saying it's something. This is a Tumblr. Wow, how old is this?
Man, I miss Tumblr. I think Tumblr was my favorite, all in all.
That's a good one. The Tumblr. Did you have one?
I had one. In fact, the first thing I ever had that went viral-ish was a couple of Tumblr posts. I wrote a write-up of how Taco Bell's Twitter account was just dunking on people. And then I wrote another write-up about why Spider-Man wasn't in the Avengers, or why the X-Men weren't showing up, and like how the comic book movie rights worked, because everyone was like, nobody could figure it out, and it's like kind of it's not an interesting story, but it was an interesting predicament. But now it's all settled anyway, so it didn't matter. That
I
was my first
imagine
so many reblogs or whatever.
you had a comedic twist to it, and it was in your voice, right?
It was in my voice, but I don't know if I had my voice at that point.
You were Ariel. Um, yeah, the idea of comedy opinion writing is so fun, and there's no space for that in this world any longer.
No,
Such a bummer.
I know. Now it's just people copying the joke they saw somebody else do. Like copying, recreate. You know what I mean? There is no. I think fitness people are. Do you think fitness comedy is the worst form of comedy? It's up there, right? It's terrible.
Nope. Music parodies. Boom.
Music parodies.
No question. And let me say, in this awkward silence, not what I do is not music parody.
Sure. Yeah.
The definition of music parody. Okay, the definition that I'm using is changing the words to someone's song. That's it. Weird Al.
Weird Al.
I think what he does is
eat it.
Exceptionally stupid, but he does it well. He's allowed to do it. No one else should do it.
I agree. It's also it feels very low on the creativity spectrum scale. It's about
you're taking someone else's creative work that moves people emotionally, that they're connected to. You're taking that good, beautiful piece of work and just putting your crap non-creative layer on top and using all that energy.
Right.
Adding nothing. It's the lowest form of comedy. But there are jokes about brushing your teeth while your toothbrush is attached to a weight so you can get stronger while you brush your teeth.
Right. That one's pretty bad. What about a movie scene, a movie parody? Like Scary Movie.
Yeah, I have way less distaste for that.
Really? I wonder why.
Yeah, because it's pointing out tropes and it's commenting on the art. No, Weird Al isn't like, let's take a deeper look at Michael Jackson while I change the words to his
Gather
song.
around, y'all. Take a seat.
Yeah. Although Weird Al's movie was wild.
Really? It looked good with Harry Potter?
You gotta watch it. Yeah.
It looked awesome.
It's absolute fiction, and he plays it off like it's real. I don't want to spoil it for you, but like it's over the top. And the whole time they're just presenting it like, yeah, this is what happened. This is his life. This is how it went.
Huh. That's weird.
It's hilarious. Weird. Is it? Yeah. On brand. He said it. So wait.
I didn't realize you had such a touchy music parody.
Oh yeah. It's like I am vehemently against it. Bart Baker. Right. Are you friends with him?
I liked Bart a lot. We were good buddies. And then
he seems like a nice guy.
He is such a nice guy. And it felt like no one was more shocked at his success than he was.
To fill in the fitheads that maybe aren't familiar with his stuff, he did musical comedy parodies. He was like our generation's Weird Al.
Well, he definitely did, but he did commentary a lot. Like he would
visually.
He would put in stuff about how like this song is just made up to because we're all just trying to sell little girls on falling in love with a boy band, or this song is, some of it would be music parody, but a lot of times he would make fun of the artist or the artists, what they were sort of representing they were doing and what they were like really attempting to do, at least that was the one I was in. That's what they did. I thought it was pretty clever. And yeah, it was, look him up. He had some unbelievable heavy hitter songs.
And his production was through the roof. This is insane. Well before anybody on YouTube was making beautiful things. And he was just high quality, expensive looking stuff.
Incredibly expensive sets.
Meanwhile, we're all in our bedrooms with like a tiny camera.
Yeah, like a webcam.
Yeah.
And then he like moved to China for a while. Did you know that?
No.
He moved to China. He got slapped with so many like copyright strikes on YouTube, and eventually I think he was just like, I'm so tired of this junk. Like, I worked so hard to make a really awesome music video, and it gets, immediately demonetized, or like all these artists were attacking him and YouTube was attacking him. And I think he like went and became like a pseudo pop star in China for a while. There's something happened where he moved to Asia. Odd, right? And then he like really got into crypto, like we all did. And then I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a long time, but he was a really cool guy. I liked hanging out with him a lot. He was very dry, very sort of understated, which is funny when you see his videos. He was like extroverted and zany and way over the top and all this stuff. They were great videos. I was in what was I in? I was in the one with
was this like a big set, big budget?
Yeah, it was huge. It was the One Direction one. It was one of the One Direction ones he did. Best song ever. That's the one I was in. And I looked great.
Money will do that.
They shaved a mohawk. They gave me a mohawk like that day.
You committed to that?
Yeah, I was like, why not?
All right.
Oh,
22 million views. Wow. 9 years ago. How freaking crazy.
Yeah. Sam Pepper's in this one. Whoa. Oh, wow. The great Sam Pepper.
Old school. Yeah. The last time he posted was a year ago. That's honestly more recent than I would have expected.
Yeah, me too.
But
I really look great. I'm not gonna lie. I look terrific. That mohawk really, it's basically what I have now. It's just, slightly shorter.
Yeah, bring it back. Go a little tighter.
Just a little tighter.
There's a sketch before this. Okay, so it's also sketch comedy, not just... Yeah, oh my goodness, your hair is great. Look at this, look. There's going to be a huge bump in views for this video.
At 1 minute, 51 seconds.
So you're a One Direction member, and that's why they had to give you such a babe haircut.
Not only am I a One Direction member, I am the hot one. The role I was born to play.
Love it. All right. So you think, what's your thoughts on the worst form of comedy? Besides
anything that's that would be my answer. It's kind of a cop-out answer. Either recreating something that somebody else did without putting your own spin on it at all. Like, at least Weird Al put some sort of spin on it. What I'm talking about is like the TikTok joke where someone made this exact same video 3 videos ago, and then oops, they all made the same exact joke. Not even lip syncing, like it's just saying it, or do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I guess I kind of understand sounds as a trend or whatever, but that's
putting
like
your own spin on it at least.
Yeah, at least come up with some sort of an original thought. Don't just like redo something else. But
have you heard of the epidemic of this on YouTube too? People will copy a thumbnail exactly. Mark
no.
Rober's shark one where he shows if sharks can smell blood or whatever. There are 5 different examples of that exact thumbnail and title taken. I know Colin and Samir did a video about this, and the reward for doing that is thousands of millions of views and thousands of dollars.
I know.
There's no reason not to. Direct copies.
Wait, you mean like a recreation, or it's like hit a picture of and there's.
I mean, I didn't go and watch all 5 of the other copies, but it's thumbnail title. Exactly.
Ew.
And that's the most important thing to get people to click through. And then clicking through is the most important thing to have a successful video. I mean, one of.
I hate that. That's such a bummer.
And then recreating, YouTube Shorts frame for frame.
Yeah, everybody does that. You hate to see it. The death of creativity.
How do we bring back the opinion piece written in your comedic voice? Get people to sit down and read what hilarious things you have to say. You remember when you used to write long emails that were supposed to be funny to get people engaged? That was the way to cold email people, was to be like super funny and jokes throughout and really long. Now it's you get 3 words.
Now it's
get in and out.
Yeah.
Anybody tries to be clever in an email, I'm like, stop wasting our time.
Effort. Ugh.
No, it takes effort to be brief and say only what's necessary for both of us. Brevity is the soul of wit. Excuse me. Brevity is the soul, etc.
Excuse me. Brevit.
You win.
I don't know. You know what somebody told me the other day, and I was like kind of taken aback by. She was like, "It's funny. Like, it's funny talking to you. I wish you did more videos." What did she say? It was like insulting, but also complimentary at the same time. And I'm not sure how she meant it, but it was like, "You're such a funny. Your personality is so funny. I don't feel like I see any of that in your videos." Isn't that so weird? Isn't that bizarre? Yeah. And I was like, ugh,
I mean,
what does that mean? I get
exactly what she's saying. You don't get it?
No, I don't get it.
Okay, let me explain it to you.
Great.
When we first started, personality-based channels is the only thing you could be. People were there for you. I sat down to watch Max, whatever he had to say. And now I have a fitness channel and you go there for fitness. And that's even too broad. It should be a shoeless fitness channel. It is only about barefoot training. That's what works now.
Sorry to all the amputees out there.
Yeah, right. That is also a channel that I should start separately.
Yeah.
There's no time to just sit with someone and care about them. You have to get you have a scroll, and so you deliver your joke in the way that you have to make things work. And that doesn't work for showcasing just how funny it is to hang out with you. I mean, podcasts work if you can get people to listen. That's I think what she's saying is that you shine in a podcast feel. And
I don't think I do. I think I shine in like sitting at the corner of a bar, like, "Hey, what's this guy up to?" That's my shine.
You are very good at making friends.
Yeah, let's get some wings. You in?
Well, I've been vegan for 10 years, but yeah, sure. Like, you would convince someone who hasn't ever eaten wings to like cut to 2 a.m. and you're drunk and just finished 2 dozen.
Sloppy fingers. Just like hot sauce everywhere. Yeah, I guess everything is it's like content first, or not content first. It's like a niche first. Is that how you would say it? Do you think?
Yeah, niche first, and also catch your attention first, spectacle first. I can't even be like, I'm gonna make a velvet toilet. I have to open with, look at this freaking velvet toilet, and we're done.
You just did your on voice.
Yeah. Everyone says I sound like Edna from Owl House, which I don't even know. I've Googled it, kind of.
Edna? Never heard of it.
Yeah, there's a character on Owl House.
I don't know what Owl House is.
TV show, I think.
Oh, I remember this show. Yeah. No, I have no idea what this show is. I'm thinking of something else. Well, better watch it.
I want my own voice. Anyway, there's this thing called slow YouTube. Have you heard of that? I think that's the term.
Sounds pretty
It's like a backlash to this in your face constant punching you, like open the video and Mr. Beast is in the middle of skydiving going, "Hey, we're going to do skydiving today."
Right. I'm skydiving and I'm skydiving to get away from all the sharks that we dropped out of that plane. They're going to skydive after me. And you might think we're going to land in the ocean, but not today. We're landing into an active volcano. And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. Got it.
So I Googled slow YouTube and it's just a bunch of people complaining that YouTube isn't loading. But I think that's what the movement is called. And it's back to what we were doing, where you sit there like more of a Casey Neistat feel, where it's just, you know, telling your day in an interesting storytelling way, but taking time with it and being there for you. Emma Chamberlain, they always talk about her being a personality-based creator, then that's so hard to do anymore.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that she's in that movement, but there's a movement towards that.
I guess I miss it.
I wonder if it'll be...
But what's the change, right? Is it that the platforms have changed so much that everything's faster, everyone's attention span, but it's not in their best interest, right? Because they want you to stay. It's not the platform's best interest. Remember when YouTube switched to watch time? And they were like, all right, no more 2-minute, 4-minute videos. We need 65-minute videos. And everyone was like, why? And they were like, so we can cram more ads in, obviously. And you're like, right.
Same thing's happening with shorts, too.
Yeah.
Longer shorts perform better, 30 seconds plus.
I know. Great name choice, guys.
Can we call long form pants? I just put out a YouTube pants.
Yeah. What's this one? It's like a capri.
3 minutes.
It's a hard 7.
So like 15 seconds and under is tidy whities. Speedo.
Even with YouTube, like, remember Stanimal had these like 25, 28-minute long workout videos, and they would just be literally him doing his whole workout. It wouldn't be like best 3 exercises to blow you up your shoulders. It would be like, all right, now we're gonna go do that. I mean, I think it was in French. I have no idea. It was like,
but I watched all 25 minutes.
But I watched the whole time because I'm like, you are the king. But no, I think it literally I think the person would like follow him around and he would show the full workout, every rep of every set and every blah blah blah, and then sort of, I don't know if they showed the rest time. Maybe I'm blanking on it, but they were long videos. Like, it was clearly his whole thing. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
and you did feel like, all right, yeah, I worked out today, kind of.
Yeah. That counts.
I watched someone work out.
Yeah, and it depends on where you're watching. Is it on your couch on the big screen? I'm always flattered if people send me a photo of them watching that. Me on there. I'm like, wow, I haven't even seen it that big. Is it good? Do I have a zit?
That's a good one. I think I'm more flattered when they're in bed and the only light is their phone, illuminating their nose.
And then they dream about you because it's the last thing that they thought about. Yeah.
Yeah. That happens.
Toilet's probably the worst. On mute happens.
Right. At work.
I don't think this ever even happens, but I would be wildly flattered if people would plug in some good studio monitors, some speakers to hear my songs, because every time I'm working so hard on my music, I'm like, they're going to be listening through this tiny little.
I know. That's so depressing.
Why am I putting this effort in?
Isn't that funny too? That like
helps.
Even like I know in my old videos, I used to put in a bunch of Easter eggs, and that was really fun for people. And like they'd find stuff, and they'd be like, "Oh, did you see on like at minute the 3 minutes 40 seconds or whatever? Like he pointed to something that was from like 5 videos ago. Did you like that's that level of intricacy?
Oh, the tribe. Yes,
I have no I have no. There's no value. Like I'm never enticed enough to do it or motivated enough to put that effort in because it feels like everybody's watching my videos is watching the video now for the very first time and will never see me again. You know what I mean? It's like that much higher turnover rate in my for me, I think.
Yeah, an audience that's not there for the whole thread of the past.
I remember I did one I had 2 cans of tomatoes and I had positioned them in a way that one said it was like crushed tomatoes, but I turned the can so you could only see you could only see the C in crushed, and then I had another can of Hunt's tomato paste or whatever, and I turned it so that you couldn't see the H in Hunt's, and so the C of one can led into the HUNTS of the other one,
mm-hmm.
And then I thought it was so clever, and I was just really proud of it. But like little things like that, I would never put that in a TikTok because you know what I mean. They're not going to see it first of all, or if to see it, it would have to be the entire screen. It's not exactly like a subtle, not like sneaking anything past anybody. You know,
that is hilarious though. I remember I was just thinking about this recently too. Along the same vein, I was just going through my like mind being like, man, people would be there for every video and watch the whole thing. And I used to, complain about the people that would just jump to the end and watch the music video at the end when I show making the music video for 8 minutes and then the music video is at the end. And so in the middle of the making, I said, okay, anybody who's at this point, tag this moment saying that it's the music video. And then I'm like in a giraffe costume or something, completely non sequitur. Gotcha. Yeah. So everybody that was in on it did the tag, and then everybody else like clicked to the middle of the video and had no idea what was going on.
That's so
But
funny.
I feel like
so
that
meta.
kind of thing wouldn't work now. Certainly you can't do that on TikTok, that feel.
Yeah, it's a funny feel though. What is that? I guess it's a tribe.
Yeah, that your community's there for you.
But it's also it's a group joke. Isn't it fun to be like in on a joke as a group? I'm surprised more people don't like sort of yearn for that a little bit more. That was one of my
favorites. Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge. Mom reference. So my mom used to tell me about that. It's we almost missed it from Laugh-In, which was, I don't know, her generation's SNL. I think her generation also had SNL, but but Laugh-In was like a comedy show, and they used that judge joke repeatedly, and it was everyone was in on it, but you also felt like you were special that you knew,
definitely,
even though everyone knew. Inside joke for a bunch of people. There is none of that now. Well, I guess it's trends on TikTok now. Oh, I know that sound, or I know what that trend is.
Yeah. Or have you been around people that like sort of do TikTok punchlines? They just like say them, or they just like say them out loud.
Christine the other day was like, "Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious."
Right? Which is inherently odd because that's a punchline from a TV show. It's a sound from a TV show from Parks and Rec like 10, 15 years ago. And now
it is like a cultural in joke. And it did fit. When she used it, it was really funny.
I'm sure.
And we get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess there is the feeling a part of something is that it's global on TikTok as opposed to knowing one person in your community.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Also CrossFit. I mean, you could just go
seriously.
Get jacked with whomever lives near you.
What do you think is the best I mean, it has to be CrossFit, right? It's the best
cult.
Fitness cult.
Soul Cycle is up there. And they were doing it before, weren't they? I feel like Soul Cycle was the first cult.
Well,
they had candles. They turned the lights off.
I know.
That's culty.
Sweaty. You're in the dark. Yeah.
It's a transcendent experience, and you don't feel judged because you can't even see.
Right. You just you and the bike. And
freaking Kim Nonstop is coaching you about getting over that hill, that thing that's been holding you back, or you do it for your mom reference, or whatever it is that you're climbing that hill for.
Now, sidebar. Does the mom reference only count if you say the word reference?
No, because we could accidentally do it as long as we do it. As long as it's in the app. I guess we could add it in post even. Call you. Hey, we need a mom voiceover. We didn't get one for this this episode.
And it's like a clip of me being like, "Mom, Allie's mom." I know that, and there's a real hill that we're climbing, but not really because it's digital, but not really because it's emotional. Also, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they were unapologetically doing these cult things. CrossFit did it cultier and didn't even attempt to pull those levers, right? They were just like, come get checked. But then they had their shared language.
Come get hurt.
And like an out group. Yeah, right. I mean,
CrossFit made it look really cool. And they did it two ways. One, three ways. One, the CrossFit Games. Two, the slow motion videos from the CrossFit Games. Three, all the steroids that everybody took to get into the CrossFit Games. Boom. That's how you do it.
What? Oh, they don't test.
Well, they do now.
I didn't even think about this. They do now?
I think they do now, yeah. But don't you remember there was one of those fittest man alive where they do the subject, there was a whole segment on steroids, and the guy who finished, they interview everybody. And obviously like 90% of them are like, dude, that is awful. I would like rather jump off a building than take steroids and then go into this competition. I've never taken steroids. I never will. That's so scummy, blah, blah, blah. And they interview like everybody, and everyone's like, and then they get to one guy and he's like, what? Steroids? Yeah. They're bad. And the guy's like, have you ever taken steroids? And he's like, no.
It's a question.
And then and then it does like that like documentary thing where it cuts and it's like, it's not a freeze frame, but like it goes to black and there's just text on it. And it was like, so anyway, like after the competition, they tested him and he popped for steroids, and the guy who finished fourth really should have been in third, and he was DQ'd and banned for 5 years or whatever. Like,
man,
it was so bad. I mean,
well, he's good at CrossFit, not acting.
Yeah, fair enough.
No.
It's like so shifty eyed, and it might have been, I'm sure they put like the minor key piano music on under it to make it accent it, but would it
tell the story?
You know what? F45 sucks at cult. I really don't. I don't think it's like nearly culty enough.
Really? I have a friend that loves it. She goes in the morning and sees all the same people and is all about it.
Yeah. I feel like the one that every time I've been to one, it was not culty at all. There was I would see the same people, but it wasn't culty.
Are we saying this in a positive or negative?
I would say it's neither.
It just is. Like what's
the negative?
Like, do you want a cult to go to? Or is it better? Sure. Okay. So then as a positive, we would like to be more culty. I would love a Total Fitheads cult for sure. Not that the problem is
positive.
What?
There are negatives. Like, I don't want to not do a type of workout because I am so like beholden to a different workout. That's absurd, I think. And I don't want to hurt myself because I'm going to too many CrossFit exercises, too many CrossFit WODs or whatever.
You can hurt yourself without going to CrossFit. I've proven it.
Hey, you can do anything you set your mind to.
Yeah. You can injure yourself in any way if you truly believe in yourself. It's not a CrossFit issue. Yeah, right.
Sleeping.
So one of the definitions of cult is that there's a infallible leader. And honestly, that doesn't exist in CrossFit, right? I mean, there kind of was, but then he got
Dave,
ousted.
and then they ousted him. Yeah.
Well, or Greg Glassman, is that it? George Greg, and that whatever. It's changing over. It now feels more like a community, even though it has those cult elements. It's missing that one person that's saying, "I get to have sex with everyone and tell you what to do and whatever."
Right. I'm king.
So I think that's probably the most negative part of a cult, and I would love the other parts where you feel like you're a part of something, where you have a shared experience and language, and maybe you do exclude some other YouTube losers that have a different Discord, like whatever it is. I mean, I also read an article about how we want this because we don't have church anymore. I probably have brought this up to you because I think about it all the time. Yeah.
The same rate that people stopped going into church, they started going to gyms.
Yeah. Well, because you want a shared space, something to do, a ritual, a community. All of that is great that you get from church. And now that we're not getting it, our human brains still want it. So now you can get it. And that the transcendent experience isn't just singing and feeling, that it's physically challenging your body, which sends even more of those chemicals to make you connect. Yeah.
You conflate that with, I guess that makes me happy. I will say that what one thing I miss, I mean, I've never been to church. I've been to church. I didn't go growing up, not very religious at all. But I assume it's interesting to have a sermon where someone has a topic that they like to discuss with you.
An opinion piece written in your own language, in your voice.
Bingo. Yeah, exactly. This is important. You guys should think about it this week. I love that.
Yeah. Being a priest, you're a performer. One step away from Broadway. Sounds fun.
Get this man some tap shoes. Yeah,
under your Pope robe.
Five, six,
so
seven,
I'm pro cult, and
I'm cult.
So, are you not going to go to F45 because it's not culty enough, or because the workout is just not compelling?
Well, both. That workout, I mean,
you need both. What if it's a great workout but there's no cult?
Then I will do it, but I won't. I think what I think the positive of the cult is that I'm dying to go back for more than just the workout reasons. Like I want to see my friends.
Pray at the gym?
I want to go pray. That's basically what I do anyway. I pray I can lift this. Man, I did shoulder presses on the Smith machine, and I was like, I went too heavy, but on my first round, and as I was lifting it up, it like knocked into the bolts on the side of the thing.
Yeah.
And it's because somebody had taken off a bumper plate off of the outside of the barbell. Isn't that insane?
No, I'm not following.
So you got your barbell.
But it's in a Smith machine.
But it's in a Smith machine. So on the outside, there's like it just looks like a very, very small disc. About an inch wide probably. And it goes between it's a sort of a buffer.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, bumper plates.
And somebody so if I put the bumper plate on, it was hitting the screws on the outside of the Smith machine because someone had pulled off these little circle discs.
Sleeves, yeah.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? And so then I almost dropped the thing like on my face because it like clanged into the thing. I almost killed myself.
But a Smith machine is so safe.
Right? So bad. It's harrowing. My God.
Huh.
Somebody also stole the remote control from our gym.
Do you have a camera? A security camera? We should watch it back.
That's true. That's a great point.
Your house manager or whatever. Yeah.
She's dealing with a lot.
Are there other cults Orange Theory. Have you done it? Is it a cult?
I haven't done it. Oh, berries. That's a cult.
Really?
Big time. We should go do a berries. It's really fun.
We should definitely go do a berries.
It is not only like, you know how Souls like they turn the lights down? The lights are basically off at berries.
So you could get whacked with
all the lights are off. A red light comes on. So everybody is in a red silhouette shadow. Like you
really
can see everybody.
Energy. That's when the sun is setting, you see red. Yeah, for hotness. Like we're trying to be hot, not awake.
It is red as red can be. It's like it's like you're in a weird club or whatever, but instead of like multi laser lights, it's just red. That's a cult for sure. Oh, Peloton.
Lit method. Oh yeah, okay. Peloton. But it's a remote club.
I know. But they have leaders. They have personalities.
Yeah,
I wonder if it's not one. Is it one leader or is it like
it's got to be a singular infallible leader? Not that I've done research on how to build a cult or anything.
Psycho.
Sure, I just need to know so I don't get pulled in, obviously.
Right.
I bike past Scientology all the time, so not that they're a cult. Please don't come for me.
And then you take a left and you're like, what happened? What happened here? And they're like, what if Scientology had a open gym and it was just like pristine and spectacular?
Oh man.
Right? How bad would that be?
I'm screwed. Don't give them this information.
And they charge like $1 a month or something. You know what I mean? Like something nominal, like so pathetically low, but not zero. So it's slightly exclusive.
What if it's not Scientology? What if it's us?
Everything is beautiful. What do you mean?
How do we start a religion that is in a gym? Now we get the tax benefits of being a religion.
Uh-huh.
Convince people to follow whatever our ideal is, which is mostly gains and being nice to people. That's not a bad message.
The cult of gains.
And we use the gym as a loss leader, like you're saying, our $1 membership, and then somehow own people financially. I'm not sure about the last steps or whatever, but we could do this.
Somehow own people. Yeah, that's great. That's the long goal, you know.
I'm just building a community.
Yes, I'm building a community.
I don't want to be the infallible leader. I just want friends.
I'm just trying to be supportive.
I don't have a cult. My stupid high mat gym has people mad at me not being a part of a shared experience.
I know. Have you seen that guy yet? Again?
Yes. I saw him again.
And?
No, he gave me a nod wave and I did the same. And
I flashed him.
I don't know what could have been better. What should I have done?
Mooned him.
Yeah, a little extreme. New choice. He was also deadlifting half of what I was.
And you were like, do you have to drop the weights? They're so loud.
Do you have to hyperextend at the top? You're very bad.
I'm a musician. My ears are like really important to me. So also if you could keep your voice down. I'm a self-diagnosed sensitive eardrum haver, so.
You? Or are you still playing me? I can't tell. Ugh. I got excited. I was like, so am I. Oh wait, he's being me. Self-diagnosed sensitive eardrum haver. How stupid. I'm putting it on my resume. Anyway,
I didn't go to fake medical school to not diagnose my own eardrum.
So there is more of a cult at High Mat than LA Fitness.
Well, but High Mat is a social club, isn't it? It's not just a gym.
I mean, their messaging is very culty. Mm-hmm. Everything is they're thought out. You can tell that they're aiming to say that you are a part of something.
Right.
I do not feel that way, but I guess more so than when I went to LA Fitness and I was paying my $1 a month and
you're not going to get
everything
that
was
at Planet Fitness or LA Fitness, even Gold's. Gold's Venice, I suppose, is probably that exception. Gold's Venice is probably a cult.
That's because it's Mecca. It's a part of
right, but it's not also like if I go to Gold's Somerville, Massachusetts, I didn't feel part of that.
No,
cult,
of course not. Even just Gold's in Hollywood.
Yeah, it's totally different. Which is
that's
weird.
The closest one to Venice, so I'm sure people go to both, but definitely different vibe. It's about vibe.
Yeah.
No Limit was absolutely aiming to cultify.
Big time.
Although when I'm there, it wasn't like...
Is that what the zoo's doing?
I knew everyone. Yeah, I couldn't tell. I only went once. And it didn't seem like a community where everybody was... It was still just a gym where you're doing your own leg press and that's it.
That just started, I suppose.
I guess what helps too is that CrossFit, you're all doing the same workout that day.
And you're talking to each other and you're interacting and you have to you're sort of competing or not, or you know what I mean? It's not like I'm going to do whatever I want to do. It's like, okay, everybody, today we're going to do this. Make sure to cheer your partner on, or, you know what I mean? Pair off and we'll do it.
Yeah, how fun. I want to get better at stuff with people.
I know. I had a good group. When I went for those couple of months, this Santa Monica one.
The Santa Monica CrossFit?
There was a box opened up at Santa Monica somewhere, and I would go to the noontime class, and it was a solid group of older, out of shape, mid, extremely in shape, semi-pro athlete. You know what I mean?
Wow.
It was a really good mix, and it was a fun we had a good little noontime class. They would make fun of me so bad because I would go ultra light on all my stuff. I think I told you that.
Anti-maxing out Max.
Yeah. And then I'd be like, why are you guys all ripping on me? And they're like, because we know you can do a ton more than that. And I'm like, yeah. I didn't really have a response.
Yeah, you do. The response is, I'd rather not be injured and have my body last longer. It's a great response.
I was the only one who didn't get injured.
Well, you're not fully believing in the cult is the problem.
I know. Because I'm sure if I got injured, the cult leader would just heal me.
with a lacrosse ball.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Are there any more? Orange Theory.
Orange Theory. I've never done it, but
it seems like you're doing the same workout and you're competing against each other. You look at each other's heart rates. You look at someone's heart and tell me you're not in a cult with them. Come on.
What about Levels? Is Levels a cult?
I don't know, because I am in it for 3 years now. Because I'm in it.
Full stop.
Full stop.
I wouldn't know.
How do you eat to get abs? I don't.
I know, it's one of my favorites.
It feels like people do it for 14 days, and then they're done. It's a 1 month experience.
It's pretty expensive, all in all.
Yeah, but the glucose world is kind of culty. Yeah. The barefoot world is kind of culty.
Sure. I mean, now we're getting a little.
I'm in that too.
What about cyclists? You know what I mean? Or runners? Yeah. Now we're getting real. Or athletes.
It's really broad, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I feel less like that. That's a connected thread of.
I think Levels could be a cult, and I think that they probably should be.
I'm sure they're trying. They have plenty of messaging that's aiming to get there.
They get the logo down.
And encouraging members to talk to each other. I think that's a huge part of
cultiness.
Wait, no. Now we're talking tribe. That's tribe, not cult. Cult is that one leader that everyone looks to. Tribe is when I'm not even there, my pallies in Discord are chatting to each other. That's dope.
That's tribe.
Yeah. So maybe I want a gym with a tribe, not necessarily a cult. But we could still start a religion and get the tax benefits.
Got a lot on our plate.
Yeah, a lot to do. and then launch it with the Total Fitheads games to get everyone excited.
The games. Oh my God.
Shoot stuff in slow-mo. Do a beer murph in slow-mo.
Oh my God. A slow-mo beer murph. What did we do? We've only done one murph, right?
Yeah.
The one at your
we forgot the last mile. How fun. We finished our finals of 300 squats and went, good times. And you're like, wait a minute.
I can't believe we went a
couple minutes until we remembered that we were not done.
Oh, we did the rowing one too. That one was easy. That wasn't a murph. That was a
no, that was a rowing mile. Yeah. And then we did a levels beer mile where my blood glucose spiked and yours didn't.
Yeah, but we had seltzers, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, so who knows? Seltzers, who knows what's going on with seltzers?
It's not real food, that's for sure. It's not from this planet. Man, my lighting is taking a turn.
You're looking great.
Thank you.
Your teeth look great. I can see your teeth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can't see much else.
Traps. There we go. Look, we got a trap, kind of.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, thank you. Didn't think this through. I should have turned the lights on. The sun was fine when we started.
Do you have your phone? That's fine. We'll whoa. We're telling ghost stories? I thought you would get looking shredded.
Thank you. It's because I haven't eaten. Ketosis, people. Is that a cult? The keto diet is culty?
Definitely. I think
they also look down on people that aren't doing it. I say insufferable things to you about what level of ketones I'm at. Do you want to see? Do you want to know? I make people outside of my cult zone out when I talk about it.
Do you want to show me? I have another graph I could show you.
You have a graph of your ketones?
I have a graph, yeah.
There, you can actually see this.
It's a pie
Currently
graph.
Currently at 0.5. I went up and down. Also wearing a glucose monitor. It's a pie graph of your level of interest.
That's right.
I see 100% is happening there.
100% of something.
Ugh.
Well, yeah. I guess we should wrap it up since you're
okay, fine.
Let us know in the comments
if you would join our tribe
or cult.
Yeah.
Can you have 2 leaders of a cult?
Probably.
Or do we have to murph to the death?
To decide. And I'll just be your disciple when you crush me at murph. That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Disciple. Disciple with a P. Not delightful. You can be my delightful. That's great. Delightful? There's no T.
I think there's a T. No, that is wrong. Deceitful.
Disciple. Disciple.
Well, more proof you should be the leader.
Yeah, I guess that SAT spelling, that's not enough. Wouldn't even call that an SAT vocab word, or would I?
Okay, so yeah, let us know in the comments. Braxton's being noisy. If you would join our tribe, is that what we're asking?
I'd love to have you. And who should be the leader?
Yeah. We'll let the tribe decide.
Yeah. On an unrelated note, I'm going to make up 30 new email addresses.
What YouTube accounts can you make to win? All right. And if you can rate and review on Apple Podcasts, that helps the cult out a whole lot. And we will see you next week.